Today I am going to show a complete real-world Node.js DevOps CI/CD project. We will follow the journey of an application from code creation all the way to automated deployment. The goal is to understand how DevOps removes manual work and automates everything. So let's start now. So this is one of the architecture which I have created for your understanding. So first let's understand and go with the flow. Okay. So here you can see lots of thing is there like developer, GitLab, install unit test, Sonar, Docker build, DockerHub, Runner and Node. So this is our project architecture. In this architecture, we are going to deploy the Node.js application. Okay, Node.js application. So who is going to make the code? Who is going to make the application? Always going to make the application by the developer. So here is a developer. Okay, everything starts with the developer. Here developer write or modify application code like this app.js or server.js or creating APIs or fix bugs or add new feature. Okay. So once a developer done with the changes, he will going to push the changes to where in the repository, either GitHub repository or GitLab repository or any other centralized repository. Okay. So what this repository will do? Repository will do to store the code. Okay, repository's work is to store the code. Okay, but if we are using the .gitlab ci file here, .gitlab ci.yaml file which we have integrated like some functionality here. Suppose if the new code came inside the repository, I want to trigger the pipeline. So suppose I have created one of the functionality inside that. When the developer making the changes, I want to build those things. I want to execute this CI/CD pipeline automatically. Okay. So here developer has pushed the changes. My pipeline will start the first stage, which is a npm install. Okay, npm install, which is the install dependencies. This is my first stage is install dependency. So what does do this install dependencies here? It is going to download all the required packages such as Express, Jest, Supertest, and all other libraries needed by the application. Without dependencies, the application cannot execute directly. Okay, that's why we are going to use this install dependencies here. And why npm only? Because we are using here the Node.js application. Okay, that's why we are using this one. Next one. So once this stage is done, we are going with the next stage. So what is our next stage? Our next stage is unit testing. This is our unit testing. Okay, here now automated testing begins using the Jest or Supertest or pipeline verify whether application APIs functionalities behaves correctly. This acts like automated quality checkpoint. Automated quality checkpoint. If any test fail, the pipeline immediately stops and it is not going to execute the next process. This prevents broken code from the moving to production. Okay, but if your code quality pass and everything looks good, okay, then we are going to execute the next stage. So what is our next stage is your sonar cloud scan. So here passing test is not enough. Okay, so now sonar cloud scan the code. It is going to scan the code. It checks for the code smell, duplicated code, security vulnerabilities, and possible bugs. Okay, possible bugs. In real production system, we don't only deploy working code, we deploy clean and secure code. Clean and secure code always we are going to deploy in the production. Okay, so once this quality has been done, we are going with the next one. Okay, as we have seen, like after code passes all validation, docker create a container image. Docker create a container. A docker image packages application code, like these are all the application packages, application code, dependencies, runtime and configuration into one portable unit. Okay, like basically this solves the classic problem for works on my machine and but not on the server. So that's why docker is here. Okay, so once our image created, our application image created, we can use it anywhere, correct? We can use it anywhere, but how? Currently the image is in our local machine only. Image in our local machine only. So we want to store this image in somewhere. So where we are going to store this image? We are going to store this image in the registry. Okay, like which registry we are going to use here? We are going to use it here, DockerHub. So you can think of DockerHub as a GitHub for Docker images. Is centrally available where in a DockerHub. Okay, now we are good with the storing the image. The next one. Next, GitLab Runner takes the control. The runner connect to the deployment machine. Runner connect to the deployment machine. It first stops and remove the old running container. Then it pulls the latest image from the Docker Hub, and finally it start a fresh container. The entire deployment happens automatically. No manual login and no copy paste deployment step. Then after that, a now our application will be ready on the Docker container with the 3000 port with our IP address. Okay, and why I'm using this runner here? Because this is our testing project, and I have a Ubuntu server. It's bio like same like EC2 instance or sorry AWS or Azure machine. Okay, but if you do not have any Linux or Ubuntu machine, then you can use here AWS EC2 or Azure VM. Okay, and you can configure runner with that, then we can deploy it here. Okay, so this is the architecture flow. I hope you guys understood, and now let's start with hands-on. Okay, so you already know like what we are going to do is Node.js DevOps CI/CD end-to-end project here, right? So first, what is our requirement? Our requirement is first GitLab account, then DockerHub account, SonarCloud or SonarCube account. You should have Ubuntu server, maybe local or AWS EC2 or Cloud VM. Okay, and any Ubuntu we can assume here. Okay, then in your machine it should be installed Docker. It should be installed Git. Node.js you can install, either you can ignore because we are going to use here image, so it doesn't matter. Then we have to set up GitLab Runner. So you have to install the GitLab Runner in your machine, and we have to register the GitLab Runner with this tag, or you can use any other tag. Then we'll have to enable the Docker in Docker using this service. Okay, so this is our requirement. Okay, now let's go with the project structure. So what are the files here? Which are the files which we are going to use here? See, so Node.js DevOps first developer will create app.js, server.js, package.js. Okay, so these are all the file has been created by developer. Then we are going to create a Docker file, Sonar property dot Sonar project dot properties, then dot GitLab CI.yaml, and tester will do the app test.js file. Okay, these are all the file which we'll have to create here. Okay, let's start the process. So our first step is here to create a app.js file. Okay, app.js file. So let me first we'll have to create a project. So guys, we have to create a project and we'll project. So this is my project which I already created with the new repository DevOps project 3. Okay, let me clone this repository first. I will clone this repository, this Ubuntu terminal, and I will clone this one using the command git clone, and I'll paste the. Okay, now you can see I got a full project in my local. So there is only readme.md file in currently in my machine. Okay, so next we'll have to update this app.js file. Like these are all the file which is created by developer. Okay, so here there is no developer, no tester. Here only one man army, like we are only going to do all the steps, correct? So let's first understand like exactly what's, because understand like what we are doing. Okay, so in the app.js you can see app.js here express required. This is a complete js file, but we should know a little bit like what we are doing here. This file is like a core backend logic. Okay, here you can see the express Okay, like Express is like a Node.js framework used to creating the APIs. Okay, which is going to creating APIs like backend services. Okay, like exactly what's happening here. We create a server using Express. Okay, we create a server using an Express, and we define a root URL. We define a root URL like which is going to check with our application. It's like, see, you can see this slash is there. This is a root. Okay, this is a default home page which is going to use to check if application is running. Okay, and it's going to returning the simple message like DevOps CI/CD project running successfully. Okay, then after that we are going to use it here. Health, you can see the health root. So what is the health root is, this is very important, is the slash health. Like it is used by monitoring tool like Kubernetes or load balancer, like status is up, right? So 200 means like up, and it's going to show the status is up. If we use the like our after deploying our application, slash else will get the status here. Okay. Why this matters in real DevOps basically is used for the system health check, use in the uh, production monitoring, help in the auto restart system if down. Okay, that's why we are using this thing here. So I hope you understood this app.js file. Okay, let's go with the next file. First understood all these file and then we'll copy paste it. Okay, next one is a step 2 server.js file. So what this file will do, uh, like this file basically start your application. Okay, and what is happening here, you can see the import express is there. Where is that? Okay, yeah, you can see here import express app from the app.js. See here, this is the file. Start servers on the port 3000. It is going to start the server on the 3000 port, and it's going to make APIs accessible in browser. And why this is used in the real world, because microservices production system and scalable architecture. That's why is there app.js basically the above file which we have seen, it's going to defining the API logic. Okay, API logic, but the server.js going to start the server. It's going to start the server. Okay, which I told you the real world uses, it's for the microservices production system scalable architecture. Okay, that's why we are using this thing. The next one is package.json. I told you one thing in the architecture. The first stage is our install dependencies. Okay, so this is like a project brain is here. This file controls everything in the project. Okay, you can see here, it's like dependencies express. You can see the dependency express is here, it's a backend framework. There in then dev dependencies here. This is a dev dependency, this is backend express. The dev dependencies, you can see the Jest and super test we are using here for the testing framework, and super test for the API testing tool is here. And the script we are using here, where is the script? See, the script we are using for the start, like running the application node server.js, which we have seen about file. The test one, run test cases. Okay, run test cases, and the coverage, it's going to show the test coverage. Let's go with the next one. Let me clear. The next one is the test. Okay, now see is here automated testing, the test app dot test dot js. This is a CI part. Okay, this is a CI continuous integration part. Testing means checking the code automatically without human input, right? Like checks the slash, where is the slash, the root work. See the slash root work, right? Checking the slash health. This is slash health. It returns up or not. Why it's important? Because without testing, I already told you, broken code goes to the production, right? And only working code is deployed. So if test fail, pipeline stop immediately and code is rejected. So basically, this get and going to show, it should return the 200 status, and status should be up. Okay, so this is the purpose of this super test is here. Let's go with the next file. What is our next file? You can execute in locally as well and using the npm test is. Okay, next file is our docker file. So what is the inside the docker file? like developer has done the code changes. Okay, now here we are using the alpine image. Why alpine image? Because lightweight node image, which is good for the reducing the size and everything. Okay, if you use the official image, it will take the most, it will consume the lots of size. Okay, so node 20 alpine we are using here. We are going to setting the working directly like slash app, copying, going to copy the packages inside the inside the container. Okay, package.js, then run npm install, which is going to install dependencies. We are going to copy the full code, and we are going to expose the port on 3000 and going to run the application using the command npm start. Okay, here is a local command, you can try it on your machine as well. Okay, like basically same environment anywhere, no dependencies issue, and works in any system. This solve work on my machine problem, which the developer, tester and DevOps guy facing earlier. Okay, okay, now we are good with these stages, and let's go with the next one. So next one is the sonar project properties. Okay, so sonar cloud, I told you one of the stages here, sonar scan, right? So under the sonar scan we'll have to update this property. So I will get the property, I will show you while doing the practical. Okay, so now let's start with the um, creation of the pipeline flow. Okay, let me scroll up, and we already clone the repository, and first we'll copy the app.js file. Where is my this one? Okay, app.js. I'll create a file, app.js file. I'll paste it. Now I have one file, app.js file. Let me copy the server.js file, cat server.js file. Now I have a two files. Okay. Next is the dependencies, package.json file. Cat package.json file. I have pasted this file. The next one is we'll have to create a test folder, and inside is app.test.js file. So let me create a folder first, mkdir test. So let's go inside the test and create a app.test.js. Okay, this is my file name. So now we have this complete flow. Okay, app.js, package.js, server.js and test. Okay, app.test.js. Okay, now we are done. Let's create a docker file as well. Okay, we already saw all those steps in our previous project. Okay, if you still don't have an idea about these things, you can go and check. I have explain everything over there. Okay, now we have a developer code. Okay, now let's go with what is next one. Our step 6 is sonar project dot properties. Okay, so like as per the requirement, let's go with the requirement. We should have GitLab account. So we have GitLab account where we have created the project repository and updated the developer code. We should have DockerHub account. So if you do not have DockerHub account, you can directly visit to the DockerHub. Okay, and you can create a DockerHub account here. So it will not take much time, just you have to log in. Okay, you'll have to provide a username and password. So this is our DockerHub account. Okay, this is my DockerHub account, and these are all my repositories here. Okay, okay, now let's go with the next one. Next one, you should have a SonarCloud account. Okay, so if you do not have an idea about the SonarCloud, let me show you this thing. You will have to visit to this site, sonarcloud.io. Let me open your browser. Okay, once you go with this site, you will have to log in. Okay, so I GitLab account. So you will get the options like how to log in those things. Okay, so you can log in it easily. Okay, like same like a Docker. Here you will have to set up this SonarQube with your GitLab. Okay, so you will get an option here. See the import and organization. You'll have to click on it. Import organization. So import from DevOps platform. So I am using GitLab. You will have to provide import any GitLab group or import my personal GitLab group. So I have a group, okay, which is a DevOps third plus, because if you see I have a this group DevOps Z plus. Okay, so I am going to add this one name. Then I'll have to provide the personal access token here. Okay, so you'll have to create your personal access. Like if you go inside the like see, if you go inside the left right side edit profile, you will get the personal access token in the GitLab. You'll have to create a personal access token. Once you create a personal access token, you'll have to come here and you'll have to paste it here. Okay, and then click on the continue. So once you click on the continue, it will open a new option for you. See your DevOps set plus your name this one and key this one. Okay, so if you want you can change the name as well. Okay, then you make sure we are using only free version. Here we are not going to use any team or enterprise, so you'll have to select a free one. So once you click on the free, click on the create organization. So once you click on the create organization, you will get the UI like this. Okay, see my GitLab is automatically attached with this SonarQube. If you see my organization this one, and I'm getting a lots of project which is available in this group. Okay, so I have to find out my project name. So my project name is DevOps. Okay, my project name is DevOps Project 3. Okay, I'll copy this one and I'll search it over it. I'll have to select this one. Okay, once I select, I'll have to click on the setup button. So once you click on the setup button, see you will get the UI like that. You'll have to click on the onboarding. You can go with GitLab CI/CD pipeline with other CI tools or manually as well. So I'm going with this GitLab CI/CD because this one it's giving me all the steps. See, it is asking to create a variable. Okay, in the key field sonar token, I'll have to update everything. All the steps has been given by the SonarQube here. Okay, so it is saying like go to the settings, CI/CD variable, create a one variable, enter this value, make sure the protect variable checkbox is unchecked, and then make sure the mask variable unbox is tick. Okay, so if you click on it here, it is redirecting to your GitLab because already SonarCube got an access for this one. See, CI/CD directly redirected under the variable. You'll have to click on the add variable here. Okay, then you have to provide the key sonar token, go back and copy the value, and what they said, protect variable checkbox is unticked. So where is our protect variable? See this one, they are saying to uncheck. I need to expand this, and let's see, the mask variable checks is okay. Mask variable is fine. Let's come down and click on the add variable. Okay, now we are done with this sonar token. What next? B section B, define the SonarCube cloud URL. So in the key field enter sonar host URL. Copy this URL, copy this URL, and sorry, this is the key sonar host URL. Same thing as they mentioned here. Uncheck this protect variable, expand this one, and what is our sonar host URL? Copy this and paste it over there, and click on the add variable. Now we have created both the variable as per the sonar. Okay, now we are done with this. The next one is create or update the .gitlab ci.yaml file. Okay, so for which language we are using here? We are using Node.js. So they haven't provided anything. So now you can see they have given the like file here. Okay, YAML file variable CI project dir dot sonar, sonar cloud check image, sonar source, sonar scanner, CLI test, entry point, then catch. We are going to use your path script. The sonar scanner is going to execute, and which is for the merge request master or develop branch. Okay, that's why they are saying to use this one. Okay, we already given in our documentation, so I'm not going to copy this one. You can copy from there as well. Okay, now we are done with this. Okay, now where we were, uh yeah. Okay, we have done with this requirement, which requirement was sonar cloud account. So make sure you have ubuntu server, because we done this cloning and those things in the ubuntu server. You should have to install the docker. Okay, let me show you. uh, I have a docker. Okay, docker version 29. Okay, next one is you should have git. I already clone this repository. I have git. Node.js is not mandatory. GitLab Runner setup, I'll show you if you don't have an idea. Okay, and the register I'll also show you this thing. Okay, now let's go down, and what we had is we have a sonar project dot properties. Okay, let's copy this and go to the, we'll have to update this keys and organization. Okay, details as well. Okay, let me go to this vi sonar hyphen projects dot properties, and I'll paste it here. Okay, like I told you, we'll have to update this project key and organization and project name. Okay, this rest of the thing I have given, because the sonar dot test we are going to check the test quality as well, right? That's why sonar test and all those things also it's there to checking all the qualities. Okay, because we have a test folder, right? Under test we have these files, so that's why. Okay, let me check the project key. We'll go back to the here, and let's see where is the project key. So you will get the information is here. Okay, okay, so our project key is DevOps Z plus DevOps project tree. It's been created by default, so we'll have to use this one. Okay, our project key this one. Organization key is DevOps Z plus, and yeah, and the project name is our Node.js project. Okay, okay, that's it. We are good with that. Let me save this file. Okay, I'm done with the sonar.project. Now we'll have to update. We already updated sonar token. We'll have to update docker username and docker password. So you guys know the username and password. You have created docker repository, right? So under this repository, under the CI CD, you will have to create a docker username here. Okay, it's a variable like docker username, and you will have to provide your docker username here. Okay, then same thing for the password. Okay, and provide the password. Okay, once you are done with this, save it, and you will get the, it's like this: sonar host URL, token, username and password, everything is there. Okay, we are done with all configuration. Now our next step is the GitLab YAML file. So let's first understand like what is happening here. Okay, so you can see it here. We have a image, the global image which we are using for the node 20 variable. We have given sonar user home like $ci project directly, the current ci directly we are using. Okay, as they have mentioned in the YAML file, when we ask for the sonar cloud, git dev is 0 image name, the variable docker username which one I have provided, and my default image name node DevOps. Okay, These are all the stages we are going to execute here: install dependencies, test cases, SonarCube, Docker build, push, and deploy. These are a few catches, okay, which we are going to use it here. Okay, then our first step is install dependencies. Is going to install all the dependencies, okay, preparing the environment and required before running the application. This is required before running the application. All the dependencies going to store under the artifact which is under the node underscore module directory. Okay, now once done with the step one, there is a next step which is a unit test and which is a test stage. It's going to run a Jest test, and if the prevent, it's going to prevent the broken code deployment and acts like a CI checkpoint. Okay, like continuous integration checkpoint, it's like acting like that. Okay, next one is a sonar cloud check. We already configured the sonar scanner. Okay, here you can see it's going to scan full code. We are using a sonar source scanner, it's an official image. Okay, and this is a command for the executing the sonar scan process. So the token dsonar dot token, we are calling the token from the variable which we have provided with the mask and dollar things. The dollar will call the variable which one we have given. Okay, sonar underscore token. Okay, this stage will ensure that your code quality check, detecting the bugs and vulnerability and scanning the full code. Once everything is good, it's going to build a image and going to push an image as well. Build and push both one we have given the same stage, because if we use a separate stage, we will have to store under the artifact and we'll have to collect it from there and we'll have to push it from there. That's why we have given the same stage. So image we are using the official Docker latest image. Okay, then going to you can see here before script, you can see here we are going to log into our Docker Hub because we want to push, right? So it is collecting the credentials from the variable Docker username and Docker password. Okay, then next it's going to build an image with the latest commit SHA and the current working directory. Then going to tag an image with the latest one. Okay, and going to push to the Docker Hub. See the Docker push dollar image name will come with our username and the our tag. Okay, latest one. So once done with that, the last stage is our deploy to container. Okay, it's going to deploy our is to the container. So here we are not going to use here, we are using the tags here, which is a runner, GitLab runner. So I will show you when we are in this stage. So first we'll execute till this build and push. Okay, later we'll see the deploy container. Okay, we'll have to follow the step 8 after that for installing the runner. Okay, okay, so let's copy this YAML file. I explain you everything. Let's go back to the terminal and create dot gitlab hyphen ci dot YAML file. Okay, now let's see the status. Do the git add, do the git commit hyphen m, update latest code for project 3. Now let's check the status. Okay, we are good with that and let's push. Okay, I have pushed the changes and let's see the repository. Refresh this repository. See all the file came here and let's go inside the build and check the pipeline. Oh, see, all the pipeline execution started. So first is install dependencies, then next one is unit testing, then third one is SonarCube, then Docker build, push, and deployment. Okay, so let's wait for the execution and understand all the flow. Okay, you can see your first stage is done. Install dependencies. All dependencies has been done and stored under the artifact. You can check it under the browse. See the node modules and all dependencies packages downloaded. Let's go back. Okay, the unit testing also is done. Let's check. See npm test. The Jest has been done. Test app test.js which we have given. We got a proper response 200 and return up. So test suit 1, total test 2 pass, 2 total. No issue. Run all test suits here. Okay. Now let's go back. If there is no issue, the next pipeline will be executed. So SonarCube is in progress. Okay. Now execution is done. You can see all the scanning is done it here. How can we check that? Um, let's go back to the Sonar scanner. Refresh this. All those things. Okay. So you will get to know. Okay. So we are done with this. Let's go back. See the build push is done. Our image also is built and push is also done. So let's go back to the repository and refresh the page. See the 1 minute ago the latest image came here. Okay, the latest image came here 1 minute ago. Okay, we are done with the push. And now next one is the deploy. So deploy will not be executed till now. Why? Because it's going to be stuck is here, because the runner we haven't configured it, right? So let's first configure the runner. Quickly go to the CI/CD. We already have CI/CD. Inside a CI/CD, if you see the runner option is here, click on it. Click on the create project runner and give the name like which I have given TTT over there, and then click on the create runner. So once you click on the create runner, you will ask you for the platform. So I'm using Linux platform. And if you don't know how to install that, you can click on it here and you will get the installation step like how to install this. And this will how to execute this thing, and you will get the this runner application in your local. Let me copy and I'll show you. Okay, so this is mine. I'll show you version. Okay, see, it is showing me the version like 18.11. Okay, so now I want to register the runner. So see, there is a directly option is there, copy and paste following command into your command line to register the runner. So you can copy as it is, go to the your terminal. You already have a GitLab Runner, so click on it. It will ask you for the URL, so you'll have to provide the URL because we are using the cloud one. So gitlab.com. So this is my URL. It is asked me for the name, so I have given TTT name, and I'll use the executor is your shell. Okay, now I want to validate the configuration is done or not. So let me check list. See the TTT is there. Now I'm connecting with that. Okay, let's go back to the GitLab and leave this side and check. See, the runner is offline. It will take some time to bring up online. Okay, creating runner registration token. Okay, let's refresh this and let's go back to your pipeline and see the error has been gone automatically because I haven't touched anything. Okay, I have just created the runner. So it is coming it is bringing up. Build is done and deployment is happening with the runner. We have created runner and our runner is came online. Let me show you. See, our runner is online and our deployment process is happening. Okay, first it's going to pull the image. You can see the Docker pull image name and latest. So this dollar image name where it's coming from? It's coming from the our YAML file where we have given that like dollar Docker username and slash Node.js, right? Like node hyphen DevOps. So this is our image name. So let's wait for the completion. Okay, you can see here the pool is done. Docker stop node app. We do not have any other like container with the same name. So it's been created a new one. Okay, node app. So this is our container ID 10b9. So let's go back to our terminal and validate using the docker ps command. You can see it here. Where is it? See 10b this is our container and let's see 44 second ago. Let's open the browser, give the url. We are using a local machine. Now to provide localhost 3000. Oh, see, your application has been deployed successfully. Deploy CI/CD project running successfully. So I hope guys you understood this project and what we have done here in this project. We have executed 5 stages here, right? Now you can see the install, test, SonarCube, Docker build, push, and the deploy one. Correct. So this is our end-to-end DevOps pipeline. So I hope guys you understood this project, and if you like it, please like, share, and subscribe, and share with your friend. Thank you for watching.